subscribing to my channel. I wasn't trying to come on because I said that I'm on a spiritual retreat right now. I'm doing my own special healing. And then furthermore, I was trying to keep my face from off of the screen because I feel like somebody is watching me and I'm feeling some type of way. And I don't want people to be watching me. I don't want that person to be watching me because I'm just so done and I'm just so over it. But anyway, this is what I wanted to say. This message is going out for the ladies. So ladies, I think that is very important that coming down, and as we are winding down, I said this like a month or two ago before 2025 came. I kept saying that it's very good for us to pre-order like our mental state, pre-order ourselves evaluation, and basically get all of our ducks in order. So this is what I have been talking a couple of months before the New Year's is coming around, because we're probably like a week or something like that away before 2025. So what I started to do yesterday, I started to journal. I haven't really journaled in a long time, but I feel like when you're journaling, you can be able to tell down your deepest secrets, especially if you don't have somebody who you can talk to, or just maybe you just want to write down and you just don't want nobody to talk. So it's so funny because I'm gonna go into it and then I'm gonna read like a little piece from out of my journal. But what happened is that somebody thought that you wasn't capable enough or something like that. I feel it in the air. And I guess they had counted you out for the last time. What happened was a lot of people have been counting people out for the last time. I think that we understand our assignment. We get it now. You have to be comfortable enough, and I'm learning this for myself. You have to be comfortable enough within your season to know that you have to wait before you can jump out there. I always hear people say, but I want to do this, I want to do that. And I think sometimes when we jump out there a little bit too fast, we miss our blessings. That's almost like you just went out the house a little bit too early. So the person that you were supposed to run into, if it was on the train, on the bus, at the store, maybe you're in Midtown, and because you left out of the house a little bit too fast, you missed your blessing. I always like to, whatever I'm doing, because I'm very creative and I'm just in my own season of studying and dominating a lot of different things that I want to do. I think that what makes a person truly powerful is when you study first and then you learn how to move. Um, Especially because I be on social media a lot. I try not to follow a lot of people because I'm in the season where I want to be my authentic self. I want to be very unapologetic, meaning the things that I do, the things that I say, the things that I comment on, or the things that I push forward. I always want people to know, especially if I'm, because what I like to do sometimes, I like to go and I always like to give people, their credit where it's due. And I remember I had to erase something that I had wrote underneath somebody's comment. And if you understand, you understand. If you dig it, you dig it. And I feel like for a lot of people, you have they're building their brand, which is yourself. You are your brand, whatever you're trying to do. Or if you want people to respect you, you can't comment under people's stuff. You can't be interacting with people, because I come from in a world where your name is supposed to hold power and respect the right way. So sometimes I laugh because you have a lot of people, because of however they did it or whatever season that they're in, you have a lot of people who might be just a little bit farther than you, meaning their success, what they're doing. And I always encourage people not to be so, um, so, focus on what somebody else is doing, because when you start focusing on somebody else and if your spirit is not right, you will start to block your blessings, because then you be like, oh, what are they doing? They're doing too much, or this, that, and the third. And you don't never want to block your own blessings. And it's so funny because since people have walked over you, or because they feel like you're not, I don't know, whatever it might be, for us on the other end, they don't know that we have been home, we have been studying, and we have been networking. It's so funny because what was this, last week I had a phone call and they wanted me to do a photo shoot. It's so funny because in the beginning or the middle of the year, I was so profound on modeling. I wanted to get like a modeling contract. I started reaching out to a lot of different people because I just have a very ordinary look, especially when I get dressed up. I haven't been dressed up. It's so funny, but if you guys was to go and see some of the pictures that I take, especially the one when I had my suit on, it's always a different side of a person, and I never want to kind of confuse my subscribers, but I kind of like them to see when I'm kind of like dressed up. Right now, I'm just kind of like home. I'm chilling. I'm in my house. It's so funny because I just started back on my skin regimen. For a lot of girls, I don't know how your skin is, but for my skin, as you can see, I really don't have nothing on. But I'll be using this really good papaya soap. Papaya soap is very, very good. Um, it brightens up your skin. And then what happened was, I had also found out that if you was to get some Vaseline, put a little bit of lemon juice in it, and you rub it together, it'll give your face a very good, like a glowing part. So I think for the ladies, I think that since we are now starting to get in motion, because I said, um, now I feel like because I have enough subscribers and everybody's sticking around and they like what I can do, they like what I do, or they like my energy. I felt like now it's kind of good for me to start positioning myself for the other avenues. I feel like since we or people have been starting to grow your channel or grow your presence, it's okay for you to start doing the little things, because you will have a lot of people, because of who you are, they won't support you. And I think the most crazy saying is, don't worry about the people, but worry about strangers, because sometimes you will have strangers support you a little bit more than the people who you know. You will also have a stranger who can also be your family. You know what I mean? Somebody who can give you something, and we're now in a different season. So I said, let me go ahead. So I was just coming up with a whole bunch of different like ideas and different things. Like I do have my license and stuff like that, so I can sell product, I can sell things, and I can also sell wholesale. I had went a long time ago, and I went through the right, channels, so I can be able to do that, and so nobody don't be like, she's a fraud. No, I'm not a fraud. So I think within this time, and then as we're winding down, I think 2025 is going to be a very good year for people. So as I was journaling, because I said I started journaling again, I put yesterday. I started yesterday. So day one yesterday was my truth. Um, how do you look at things? Are you okay to walk outside your regular way? Hi, how are you? Claim it right in the blood of Jesus. So, yes. So I put yesterday because I said, my truth. What is my truth? I think a lot of people, they're very, very scared to live in their truth. I think they're very, very scared to uh, do something, because we're living in the world where people are telling us who we need to be, what size we need to be, who we need to love, and don't tell the truth. I'm in this whole season where I'm living in my truth. I know who I am. So I put yesterday in my journal, I said, I had to walk away from everything and people who didn't give me the same energy and the love and the respect that I was searching for. And I feel like we always giving people love and respect, but I don't think that people are on the other end to give us back what we are putting out. Oh, thank you. And then I said, I am able right? I'm able to understand that. So then I said, I noticed that there's a really low percentage of people out there who carry that different energy, meaning a light, a pureness within their heart. So it says, my inner gut, my inner gut always tell me to run away, right? But even though that I'm always faced with the realization that people are not as pure as me, I always have to keep in mind that it's still people out there that's looking for love, that can give you the respect, that can be your friend. I always like to keep an open mind about a lot of different things. So I said that my goal is to always keep my heart pure, keep my heart pure at all times. Every time in our prayer, I always say, God, please keep me the way that I am. Keep my heart righteous. Keep my heart pure. Because I never want to change who I am. And I think because so many of us have been hurt, betrayed, um, then their seed or their spirit can fester within people, and then that's how you will always have a system of hurt people, betrayed people, people cheating on people. And I think that's why the level of people cheating on people is at a ultimate high, is because somewhere down the line we have all gotten our heart broken. But I think that sometimes we get it mixed up. Like the most profound thing that I always like to say is be careful of these spiritual coaches and these women who said, I'm healed, I'm healed, I'm healed. um be careful. And then when you go to their seminar, you'll always hear that, hold on, it's just something about her, she's just still a little bit tainted. I don't care what she's saying that she might be over him, but it's just something about her last relationship that kind of like damaged the rest. So I always like to keep an eye open when I'm definitely listening to people who said that they are healed and they're sanctified and they're out here trying to uplift the women to not be in that space. I seen a episode of Light Skin Keisha. She said something about don't listen to friends, toxic friends, when they're dealing with people who are married. Sometimes you need to be around other married couples to get their advice. So I say on that flip point, you'll have a lot of married people who will say, well, I'm not going to give you out advice because you might not deal with the certain things that I'm dealing with. You understand what I'm saying? So it's always a flip on the side. You can listen to somebody who's probably not married the way that you can, go on the other side. But it all relies on the individual. And I think that's where it comes back at self-worth. They always say because you didn't have a father that was in your life, so your life is kind of crazy. Where I came from a family, I didn't have a father in my life, but I had a brother. My brother, he played a very big role in my life, where even though he wasn't my father, he still went out, he still got what he needed to do to make sure me and my brothers were okay. He showed us that lovely affection, that protective zone. But I think that necessarily it don't really have to do with that sometimes, because you can have people who have both parents in their house, a mother and a father, but it's just something about that chemistry that wasn't right. And because of whatever they seen in their household, now they're thinking that every relationship is supposed to be like that. And I don't like that. You know, I'm also a domestic violence survivor. So when I'm faced with where I go around different people who've been in situations like that, I always like to speak out, because I always believe, like, if a man put his hands on you the first time, then he's gonna do it again. I don't care. There's no counseling in the world that's going to be able to change him and his old patterns. I believe sometimes it takes us as a woman to walk away from out of that situation, especially quick, fast, in a hurry. And I always say that that's why I understand why people always say you need to go get a background check. I'm so firm on people going to go get a background check, especially on people who they're dealing with. And only why I say that is because of the situation that I was in. I feel like if I would have did a background check, then I would have known that his prior relationships, he was an abuser. This is what he did. He beat people. He was in jail with people. And I didn't find out that. And it was so funny because he told me, he was like, oh, I got probation. I'm like, okay, well, I just thought he just had regular old probation. I'm going down there to probation, not knowing. And then when it happened to me, and then unfortunately, I think like his probation officer had my phone number. And when they called me, I was like, I don't talk to him, like he did this. And the lady slipped up. She thought that I was the last victim, was like, and she kind of stopped, and I was like, oh my God. So people need to be careful who they're dealing with today. It's like 2024. A lot of people are not who they say they are. And then I always like to say to girls, like, yo, slow down, mama. You being too fast. I'm gonna see what you said in a second. You being too fast. You thinking that he might like you, baby. He might just like your kids. He just might like your daughter. He might just like your son. Because of the world that we live in, people have been destroyed so much, and they really are not doing their real true self-healing. They're really not talking about it. Like when I went to the doctors, I was telling them about how I started my YouTube channel, how my YouTube channel was growing very fast, how sometimes, hi, I'm gonna read everything that you're saying. Sometimes it can grow really fast, or my views can go very, very fast, and sometimes I can get worked up about it. And she asked me, she said, well, do you want to be famous? Do you want everybody to know who you are? And if it was to me, I would never show my face. But I understand that sometimes the words that we can speak out of our mouth, it can heal people. And I love when I talk to people. Let me see what you're saying. Hold on. Yes, it's a blessing to live in this crazy world and still keep a pure heart. I never wanted to judge the next person. Oh, yes. Can't trust nobody. Oh, girl, yes, you cannot trust nobody around your kids. But you know what, too? I'm going to be honest, because I always like to be honest. I think when I was younger, I was young. I was probably like maybe 11 or 12. I was young. And this girl, she lived upstairs, because we lived in a family, like a two-family house. My mom lived in a two-family house, and we had the bigger part in the back, and she lived upstairs. So I knew her all of my life. So I was comfortable around her. So she started dating this guy. I didn't know he was an addict. I didn't know none of that. So as I was going to her house, because we had a good relationship, he said, come here. And I was like, okay. So he took me in a backyard. Oh God. He took me in a backyard. Now, when he took me in the backyard, he was like, come here, I want to show you something. I'm like, show me what? I was young. And he said, I want to show you, I'm going to protect her name. I'm going to call her Meek. Come here, I want to show you Meek. I was like, Meek? And then he started pointing like she was cheating or something. And he tried to rape me. Like, he did. He tried to rape me. And when he tried to rape me, luckily I had on a Yankee jacket, and it was one of them butt-up jackets. So I started freaking out, and I was like, no, just let me go. And my family is very, like, not to say it, but my family's like notorious. Like, they don't play that game. Like, we about that action, like my uncles and stuff. So he already knew at the fact that he messed up. And I think this is what happened with rapists. When they do what they act, then they become scared. So it's like they have no choice. Like, they have to kill their victims. So as he noticed what he was doing consciously, luckily I had on this jacket. So now I'm climbing up this big fence. And as I'm climbing up this big fence, I hit that, whoop, you know how that black people, they be running from the police, and they hit that, and they flip the body over. So as I was flipping my body over, he tried to pull me and snatch me back. So luckily, from the jacket that I had on, I ripped the jacket off and I ran. Now, mind you, I did not run home. I did not run home. I ran to his wife's house. Now, I knew this lady since I was like 7, 8. And when I told her what he did, she did what she was supposed to do. Like, she cursed him out. She did this. And at this point, he came in the house. He was crazy. And I ran home. I told you. So I ran home. When I ran home and I told my mother was like, I was all frantic and stuff. And my mother was like, "What's going on?" And I didn't tell my mom. I did not tell my mom. And my mom, he kept trying to come in the house, and now she was with him. And my mom kept saying, "Nah, get the hell out of here," because my mom was blacking out. She was like, "Nah, she's gonna tell me. She's gonna tell me what happened. She's gonna tell me what happened." And what a lot of people don't know is like that scarred me for a very long time. The only person that I told was my brother, but like he was incarcerated, so he was like really mad because he felt like if he wasn't incarcerated, that would have never happened. He was like on a war path, and I told my family, I told my uncle later, like later down the line, but I should have told somebody about it because it triggered something within my mind. It was like all of the guys in my family who I knew loved me, who I knew protected me. I looked at them differently. I looked at them like there were monsters. And now since I have my kids, I'm always very protective. It's because I know that people that we trust the most or we think that won't hurt us, 9 out of 10 would be the people who will do certain things and stuff like that. So you always just have to be, like very careful. And it's so funny because it's not funny because when my kids were doing weird stuff, I was like, something wrong with you? Something wrong with you? Somebody do something to you? It's always that mentality that you will have, you know what I mean? And I hate to have that, but I am like that. And then plus because I have a girl, that's how I don't understand how girls can be moving so reckless like that when you have a girl. Like your girl, your princess, you know what I mean? You have to protect them. And my daughter, she always look at me like she follows me. And sometimes I wish that I would have had my daughter first before I had my son, because my daughter, she gives me like a supernatural push to be the best mom that I can. She gives me that push and that motivation and that drive, and I always look at it like, if I'm not going to deal with certain things in life, why would I allow my daughter to deal with that? If I'm not going to allow a man to mistreat me, why would I allow that because I have a daughter? If I'm having friends and I want a conversation or whatever, why would I allow that? Anything that I allow, I'm letting my daughter know that she can do that. So it hits a little bit harder for me. Now my sons, they can always say, because my sons, I had them a little bit earlier than my other kids. Actually, they're watching you exactly. Now my other sons, I had them when I was very young. I did, but I always had common sense. And I said this a long time. You know how many boys right now? I never wanted to be that mother where my sons get older and we at the table, because some of these boys are real disrespectful. And I never wanted my son to be like, my mom was a whore. She was a whore. She had all of these people in her house coming and going. You know how many sons can do that? They laugh. I guess it was you. But you know how many boys can do that? So my sons can actually say, the only person that they ever seen was the gentleman that I'm with now. They never in their life see me with another man ever, because I always want my sons to respect me. I never wanted them to say my mom was a whore. She had everybody in and out of her house. Like, I think so. That's so disrespectful as a woman to do that, because me as a woman and as my kids, shoot, it's just a pleasure and an honor just to be around me. Now you think you're just going to be coming in and out. You know what I mean? I always look like that. Like, if this is not a forever thing, then you have no business even knowing my address. And I'm always like that. Why everybody know your address? Nobody should be knowing your address. Most importantly, nobody should be running in and out of your bed, because at the end of the day, I look at it like my kids sleep in that bed. Regardless of the fact how many times I wash the sheets, I clean the sheets, I get a different whatever. It's like that's like a special place. That's a union. So I've always been like that. I've always been different. Yo, that's dangerous. I know, isn't it? I mean, it really is. So I come here and I just be trying to awaken a lot of different people. Like, me and my cousin, we got into a really bad argument. I don't even talk to her no more because it's so funny. Like within this season, God be doing so much, and you'll be surprised how many people and family are really secretly jealous of you. And it's so funny. I wish I can get all the money. No, I'm just playing. Listen. I need to get a tax deductible for all the money I just spent on all of these girls who's no longer my friends and all of these trips and stuff. But within this season, you will have God that's starting to reveal a whole bunch of different things. And I got into a real bad argument with my cousin is because one thing in the hood, or yeah, in the hood black neighborhood, is one thing a man should never come up, or two things that they're saying is that you're a rat and you're a pedophile. So my cousin, she got mad at me. Okay, because I'm going through the same thing. Oh, family, girl. Okay, let's talk about family. Family is so crazy. Like, family are part of Satan's clan. And you like, girl, Satan's clan. Yes, it's because it's so funny. Listen, it's so funny. It's so funny how I don't care what you had to do. If you had to get 15 jobs to get your own place, if you had to go to stay in a shelter for about 2 years and some more stuff, and then all of a sudden you get your own place, and now these people are messed up, and baby, you bring them back to life like they're an animal on the street. You give them life, you feed them, you clothe them, you bathe them. I mean, you send them packages, and that don't gotta be your husband. It could be your cousin, your brother, whoever. You bring them back to life, baby. But first, when they feel like they on their feet, they would give you their tail, the kiss, with no more tomorrow. And that's what I'm kind of going through now. When people feel like they no longer can use you and abuse you, they push you off to the side. And majority of it be our family who does that. And I'm at the season now, baby. I always like to listen to what God is saying, because it says it in the Bible. For sisters and brothers and mothers and fathers and all that stuff, you will start to be very, you start to go back and forth with each other. So sometimes, you just have to step out of that. But yeah, I'm definitely going through that. I'm going through that with my brothers, and it really sucks. It really, really, really sucks, because I come from a family that's just so uh, well put together. And I understand we're older now, and I always, because I'm like Big Mama, but Big Mama no longer can help these people no more, because Big Mama has her own bloodline. And I think once we start noticing that we have our own kids, we have our own career, we have our own future and own things in line. See what I mean? And you know what's so funny? Because I hate to put my mom out there. I love my mom, and I think she's just trying to be the peacemaker. So my brothers, they keep doing all of this bad stuff to me, and my mom keeps saying, "No, no, that's not right." So I'll be like, "Mommy, so would you want me to just keep letting them do me like this? You just want them to keep, treating me bad, keep using me and abusing me? Not abusing me, but you know." Me and my brothers do fight. But I haven't fought them in a long time. But I ain't fight nobody. I ain't fight nobody. I'm a taser because they too big. But yeah, and I be like, no. She be like, what would Jesus do? I'm like, listen, I ain't got time for all of that, mommy. So it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. It's all designed like that, because if God didn't let me know who my own enemy is within my own palace, then I wouldn't be safe. And I think you laughed at me. Yeah, because she was like, what would Jesus do? I wanted to say, I ain't Jesus. Ain't no forgiving around here. Remember Judas? Ooh, ooh, ooh. I say that all the time, and my son be like, "Mommy, people are talking about you." I be like, "Baby, they talk about Jesus. What makes me any different? They could talk about him. They betrayed him to get hung up on a cross, baby. What makes me any better?" And they put him next to some criminals, you know. Not saying that that's right, because that's a different thing. He's only turned. Oh yes, yes, yes. So yeah, so let's go back to journaling. So I just been journaling, and so that was my day, and then my second day, which is today, is so beautiful. It says understanding the power that I have within myself, and I think that's what be like triggering people sometimes. But let me tell you something, baby. You pushed me against the rope, baby. You didn't betray me. You didn't spit dirt on my name. You didn't block me. You didn't told people don't give me a job. You didn't stole my money, my last of my money, and you thought that it was going to break me. You thought that it was going to change me to be wicked and evil. But baby, let me just tell you something. I understand the power that I have within myself, and there's nothing that you can do, especially mankind, to stop me, because now I'm kind of tapped in. And I think this is why I love being a recovering Christian. I love saying that. And I'm like I always give my explanation. A recovering Christian, yes, I'm a recovering Christian because I'm loving Jesus Christ the way that I want to love him. I'm not doing this because of what the world is telling me to do. I'm loving him the way that I need to. You know what I mean? Just because people might have a little flaws, and they might be rough around the edges, and they're not perfect, and they might not be doing everything what society is saying, baby, it doesn't mean that God doesn't love you. It doesn't mean that God is still not going to work on you. And it doesn't mean that because of your in your darkest moments, in your darkest times, that your life is over. Everybody has a wake up point in a call where you wake up and you get it, and your road and your testimony is going to be so, I mean it's going to be moving so fast. So that's why I like to say for people to build their own relationship with God, because it's very important. And I always like to say that. So yeah, so understanding the power that you have within you, nobody um can take that away from you. It's like um black and white. It's like when people are trying to say this, that, and the third. But black and white says that I'm the top. I'm number one. I'm number one ahead of the class. Black and white never lies. So yeah. So today's Monday. It's a new week filled with different new opportunities. I'm here. I started journaling. It feels good to journal. It feels good to, for the first time, actually worry about myself, take care of myself. And let's be careful that the assignments that we are getting, meaning God might give you an assignment. It doesn't necessarily mean that this assignment is calling you to be in a relationship with the person that God sent you. And I think sometimes we get that misconfused, right? Your assignment, meaning the person that might be sent to you, they might not be called for you to be their lover, but it just might be calling for you to do what you need to do for them spiritually. And I think that's what be getting people misconfused, because sometimes uh, you get the assignment part between you're trying to be fulfilled and all of that other stuff misconfused. Just heal, do what you need to do, and just maybe whoever's coming along can do what you need to do. But I feel like a lot of people's assignments, or people who you were sent to help and to shape, their time is up. I think that we as individuals, my hands is itching. Thank you, Lord, for this money. Um, I think for a lot of people who were sent on this road to be an assignment to heal and to show that there are compassionate people. People are out there to, lift you up and bring you. I think that chapter is closed, and I think people are moving on to a brand new assignment, something that's going to fulfill them. And the only way you can actually know that sometimes is you just stepping from out of the box, and doing your checklist, the good and the bad, the pros and the cons, who made the good list and who made the naughty list, and you'll figure it out. So my name is Angel, Majesty Angel. Thank you for tuning in with me this morning. Um, on this beautiful Monday, it's a new week, filled with new beginning. I gotta go outside. I need to go get my paperwork so I can start this job of mine, because I have a lot of things that I need to do, and I don't want to hear them talking about it's not ready, because they playing with Big Mama's funds, and I got a lot of things to do. Oh, this is what I wanted to say. Closing tip for a lot of ladies out there who have been recreating yourself and redoing yourself, and now come 2025, you want to position yourself where the world can see you on a bigger stage. I ain't just going to tell you what to do, because I am the guru. I am. Now, for a lot of women, I think there's a lot of women that's trying to find out what works for you. Now, this is what I found out. You have to find your signature look. Every woman on the planet is trying to critique themselves. But I'm going to tell you how to critique yourself. You have to find something that brings out your, I don't know what that is. You have to find out that's going to bring out your inner beauty, right? And I always like to say this, and I'm not a makeup artist, but I feel like because I'm very keen on what I'm doing and how, I don't know who that was that just sent me something on Instagram, but they sent me a whole paragraph. Um, you have to find something that works for you, right? Even with makeup. I always like to say makeup, if you're 19, the makeup that you're putting on should not make you look like you're 20. No, if you're 18, the makeup should not make you look like you're 35. If you're 25 or whatever, or 30, your makeup artist should not be trying to make you look like you're 42. Makeup is supposed to enhance, it's supposed to enhance your beauty and make you look young. You do not need all of that makeup. Now, I understand dealing with your skin. That's why a lot of women don't know. That's why it's very important for you to go get a facial, to go get your pores cleaned. I like to go get acid put on my face because I need them to take off the dead skin and all of this other stuff. But I learned what I'm not going to go get a facial. I learned on the products and the things that I can do to give me a good, clean, glowy face. But one, make sure that the makeup that you're putting on, and you're like, what are you talking about? I know, I'm just not dressed. I'm just not dressed. When I go outside, baby, bye. I can give a chick that her net worth is 500 million. I can give her a run for her money because that's the type of beautiful queen that I am. So listen. So it's all about finding your signature look. Some women look better with a short haircut. Some women look better with a long hair. Either it's straight or it's a deep body wave. But that's why your trial period, and that's what it is. Some women look better with black hair. Some women look better with blonde hair, but you have to figure out what works for you to give you that signature look. Now, on top of you finding your signature look, this is a look that you have to stay with all the time. And just with the products that you want, you don't have to get a full face, but it depends on your look. Sometimes I like the Hollywood look, so I'm going to have a whole bunch of makeup on. I want to look plastic. I want to look like a Barbie. So you have some girls who can critique themselves and look like that. This is why when you have certain girls who wear certain things, they just don't look right, or they look overly uh overly done. Me, sometimes that's what I used to do. Like, if I'm going to the, well, not no more because I'm not so materialistic like that. I used to be very materialistic. You wouldn't even catch me doing a whole bunch of stuff that I'm doing. Shoot, I was very materialistic. You would never even caught me working at McDonald's, but I worked at McDonald's. But I'm just saying, for to each his own. But yeah, so ladies, that's what you're doing, because I feel like come 2025, a lot of women are going to be looking different. Their strive is going to be different. Their style is going to be different, and this is why I love the new project that I'm about to do, because I'm really going to show my fashion critique size. But anything that we try to do, especially creative content, this, content creators, you have to take money to make money. And me, I'm a very expensive person. I am. I just try not to be like that. But for my new project and my project that I'm working on, I have to be like that, and it is what it is. So yeah, so you guys, congratulations on your journaling. Congratulations on your new project. Congratulations to the women who have critiqued themselves. They found out what worked for them. Your style. Never be so fast to look at what other people got going on in a project. It's so funny because it's so funny. It's so funny. Um, this girl who's like in a secret competition with me. She just be doing too much, and she be doing too much, and I try to stay out the way because I don't care about what nobody's got going on. But the worst thing that she said, because she was on there and they were asking her like, who's your favorite stylist? Who do you look up to? And she started saying all of these different people. I would have said, when they say, okay, tell me about yourself. My name is Angel. I always had a very unique, outgoing style. Well, who's your favorite stylist? Who do you look up to? You know what I would have said? Myself. Because can't nobody do it like myself. See, when you're saying the people who you look up to, that means that you don't even have credit within yourself. It's okay to say I'm looking up, but baby, I need to be a trendsetter. I need to do something that the world has never seen. I want to be able to start something that's, iconic, vintage. It's not a lot of people who can say that their style or what they do is vintage, trendsetter. I mean that this trends will never get old. It's always a referring back to something. Like it's a very high quality luxury designer that I want to go after. It's a lot of different things within their archives that I feel like is on my divine path, and that I can resurface and I can bring it back, especially with my ideas and something that I want to see. Because usually when you're seeing all of these fashion shows, it's usually some stuff that the new era is not really feeling like that. You have a lot of other different things that people could really not use. It's a difference between runway fashion and fashion that's normally seen outside, meaning on Fifth Avenue, going to a business meeting, going to, it's different things, and I don't want to give out my secret because I told you I'm the guru. So, yeah. So, congratulations to your new project. Baby, when people think that they get me down or they discourage me, they just push me back into my own personal office where I'm studying, I'm critiquing, and I'm just waiting for the world to see my different ideas. So I'm so excited, and I'm acclaiming right now in the blood of Jesus. I'm so excited that I'm going to be working with this famous luxury designer coming from out of Paris. So I'm so happy because I always say I want to move to Paris. So I'm speaking that into existence. So you guys be blessed until next time. Let me go because I have to run out and I have to go do what I need to do. I'm so excited. I'm so excited that I'm starting a new excitement with different people, with a new person. I'm so excited. I'm so excited on the things that I'm going after, and I'm living in my truth. So if you don't understand anything that I said, the power of living in your truth will always set you free. um, and I love living in New York City because you always can blend. It's not a fashion out here that's not fashionable, other than this one lady, and I just don't understand why. I don't know. That's her weirdness. But I love the creativity and I love the weirdness of it. But is it something that I would wear? Absolutely not. I'm just saying, it's just, it's not. I think when people are being fashion designers, and they're making these designs, and they're making this pattern. It should always be in a boxes. Am I doing a little bit too much? Is this a little bit out of the ordinary? But I don't know. To each his own. To each his own. So let me go. Until next time, it's always a pleasure coming before you. I don't know when I'm gonna come back on. Hopefully, I can probably come back on this week. But like I said, I'm doing my own little spiritual retreat behind the scenes, and for the for the most part, I'm trying to keep my face from off of the screen because I don't really want to be seen like that. And plus, I don't want somebody to see me. I'm trying to, yeah, because I'll be having people that I think I'll be having people or somebody's watching me, and I don't. I'm just not in that season, and I'm just trying to be missing. I don't want to be seen like that, even though I know I have to. So I understand protocols when it comes to being up here and being like an influencer or whatever. I don't like saying that. I'm not an influencer. I'm just a big sister, a mom, cousin, an auntie, and I'm just here to push you guys. So until next time, you guys be blessed. I gotta go do something with this hair because my birthday is Friday. Well, when is the 21st? The 21st, my birthday is. So I want to do something different. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm going back. I was trying to go back to my signature look. It's very long. 40 inches is what I do. But that's my signature look. So I found out a lot of things that work for me, and it's something about I love when I can wear something very long because I love when my Native American heritage shine a little bit more. So long hair, glowy skin, and it's so funny because I'm about to go put back on my nails. At one point, I went like 365 days a year, nails, 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 nails. But since my profession has changed a little bit, I can go and get some nails. So I'm excited about that. So this week, I'll just be touching up on my other self and tapping into more of my divine feminine, being very girly. It's very expensive being me, but I understand that, and I'm just so excited for 2025 because it's going to be a very great year. So until next time, you guys be blessed. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, and I hope all of us made it on the naughty list because we're all naughty. Ain't nobody on this planet perfect. So Santa, we all need a present gift. Bye bye.